What's going on, guys? It's TheHunterProject here. Welcome to my channel where you'll find Monster Hunter news, builds, playthroughs and everything in between. Hope you do enjoy the video, and if you could, smash the like subscribe buttons. It is extremely appreciated and helps the channel grow so much. Without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. Today, I'll be bringing you my definitive Charge Blade Elemental Discharge build that I would like to say is very powerful, but the main intention for this build is just to be really fun and easy and liable to spam super amped discharges. I used this against Tempered Runa and it was extremely easy for me, and I would say this definitely is an extremely good damage build on top of being a fun build intentionally. But yeah, so getting right into the equipment, we have the Light Break Charge Blade from Raging Brachydios. I have no augments in the weapon as of this gameplay, but I do currently now have them. As soon as I finished up this video, I went back to farm some Guiding Lands and then put some augments in it, just because I feel like, especially when you're using a weapon where you have stages where you stand still, like when you're using your super amp discharge, when you're running Rocksteady, you can take quite a lot of damage, so having that health augment just helps to boost your health back up and reduce the amount of times that you need to unsheath and heal up. Of course, the affinity augment would just help with the overall damage, but yeah. So I'll definitely do that if you have the resources. As for the armour, we have full Fatalis B, except for the arms, which we're using Raging Brachy arms, and then we have Challenge of Charm 5, and the usual mantles of Rocksteady and Temporal. I actually need to do the quest for Temporal still to get the Temporal Plus mantle, so I will most likely be doing that on stream, but just for this gameplay, we do have Rocksteady Plus, and then Temporal is just the regular Temporal, so there's going to be no jewels or decorations, I should say, being put into that mantle. Right, so here are the decorations for the build. Be sure to swap out any decorations you may not have, and if you are missing any, be sure to check out my decorations video where I explain the best way to farm them quickly. So this is a result of all them decorations and what skills we get as of a result of that and what it's outputted. So we start off with Critical Eye 7 for that juicy 40% increase in affinity, which is extremely useful for optimizing our damage. This is accompanied by Agitator, which gives us a massive overall damage boost when the monster is enraged, which of course will be common considering wallbangs are utilised as often as possible with Iceborne encounters. Artillery 5 allows us to truly unlock the potential to the SED spam and maximise our damage output with the explosions. Next is Attack Boost 4, which is straightforward and gives us increase the damage with a peak affinity increase being achieved at level 4, which is why the total armor skills stop attack at level 4, as higher levels only increase the attack stat a little bit. So I have added on +2 attack, but that is on the Rocksteady mantle specifically, so then at least you're just doing a tiny bit more damage when you're tanking moves. And I just wasn't too sure what to put on Rocksteady, as obviously that is temporary skill points, so I just threw it onto attack just so you just get that boost to it, as any other skill points I feel like just wouldn't make sense, especially considering you can only put decorations at level 1 in the Rocksteady mantle. So next we have Blast Attack, which increases the blast damage and the build up, which is really useful for this fun build where we are aiming to just go all out and try and blow up as many things as possible. Evade Window to allow us to avoid hits easier, with those invincibility frames having much bigger windows. We also get the intrinsic skill to our armor, Stun Resistance, which negates monsters from stunning you, as the name suggests. We next have Critical Boost 3, which gives us a juicy 40% increase in crit damage, as well as Weakness Exploit level 3 to allow us to maximise our damage on weakened points, which always works well alongside Critical Boost. Next we have Tool Specialist, just to allow us to swap between our mantles that little bit quicker and to maintain our mantle buffs just much more often during the quest. Capacity Boost, a must-have skill on every Charge Blade build, allows us to have that extra file for increased damage overall to our Elemental Discharge. Free Meal, the one skill that I have added in as an extra, which wasn't intentional, I was just looking through the skills and thought why not, and I really think this is a really underrated skill, and it's extremely useful as potentially you could have 3 to infinity max potions, which is insane, and I feel like it's really underlooked. But basically you just have a chance to not consume the item when you consume it. So for example, if you take a max potion, there's a chance that it won't be taken out of your inventory and you would just be given it for free pretty much. Our final 2 skills are Protective Polish, which just allow us to maintain our max sharpness for longer, as of course just to maximize damage and not drop down to a lower sharpness. You can just sharpen once and it will keep that sharpness for a set time. And obviously this will just give us a nice increase to our DPS over time, which is similar to our final skill. And that brings us lastly to Coalescence, which I think once again is very underrated as well, and it just makes it gives you a very good solid DPS increase for your weapon when you get rid of a blight, and it is literally used by speedrunners due to the difference it makes to your overall DPS output on the monster. This does bring us to the end of this video, guys. If you did enjoy, be sure to smash the like, subscribe buttons. I hope you guys do try out the build. It's extremely fun to use, and especially on the Gigante with all its spikes, like when you hit off that elemental discharge and he just falls over straight away because you broke all the spikes. It's really satisfying. But even so, like with any other monster, just in general, you put out a lot of damage. It's really fun to use. Be sure to let me know down below if you have any blaster builds, and let me know what they are, what skills you have on them. I'd be really interested to know. Don't forget to join our Discord, link is at the top of the description. We have quite a few members now and we are growing extremely quickly. Like, I think it's like, especially with how small this channel is, we're getting at least 1 new member in our Discord per day, which is pretty awesome. So we definitely will have a big set of players to play with when Rise comes out. And yeah, that's another key thing. If you are looking for people to play Rise with, or even Generations Ultimate or Monster Hunter World on PC or PS4, be sure to join the Discord, as we have a lot of players on those platforms, especially waiting for Rise. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.